boys and girls of all ages, the Monarchs of Wrestling proudly bring to you the poo-poo show that was WWE Clash of Champions, the Great American Bash, TNA Slammiversary, and AEW Forbidden Door thoughts and reactions. Now, the first thing I want to say, completely out of order, Sammy freaking Zayn, really? Paul, really? I just had to get that one out early. We'll get to that later. Ooh, boy. Will we get to that later? But before we get into any of that, Playmaker, what is going on, my guy?
What's up? Those of you who don't know, Raw is currently on as we are live, so you won't be hearing any Raw things tonight.
Watch Raw later. You need to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Raw
though
is on Netflix. You can watch that after the show.
Even though they open it up with a shebang out the gate.
So we're
we have 4 events to recap and discuss, and probably some words we can't use on the air. But all of that tonight on this episode of Monarchs of Wrestling.
We'll go ahead and do what we normally do.
Are we going in order of events or in order that we normally do it?
We're gonna do normal order because we need everybody on board for when we talk about the trash of the champions.
Trash of the champions, got that. How many names you got for that show? within the last 48 hours.
Doodoo Butters one. Some I can't say online. Some I can't say out loud. But let's just say they're all very
basically you have options is what you say. You have options.
Several.
All right. So you know what? Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, we're going to kick things off. Let's go with TNA first. TNA came on first. We should give them they do justice of being first tonight.
Don't you hate when black people just want to change stuff at the last minute? We already got a
plan. I got it in front of me.
Go ahead.
I came prepared, sir. Trust me, I came prepared.
Black people.
Came prepared first. Hey, it's all of them fault for sitting here and doing all these shows on one weekend.
Those colors. You gotta watch out for those colors, guys. I was gonna watch out for those colors.
Colors. I'm colored. I don't care. I can be colored.
Well, you're not transparent, so you definitely colored.
Hey, TNA Slammiversary was first, so two.
My stuff adding up today.
Oh, yeah, was adding up. So we had Marasade, Indy Hot Red, and Elena Black going against each other. What's that? The pre-show match. Yeah, the countdown to Slammiversary match. And Marasade thought she had a dub coming to her, but Elena Black said, nah. Thank you for taking out Indy Hot Red. I'll take you out and get me a dub. Elena Black. That was a needed win for her, wasn't it?
So what?
That was a needed win for her because I haven't heard much from her.
She's been doing her thing, but you know, when you got the NXT roster and the TNA roster women, it's kind of hard to sometimes make it to notoriety in those situations.
But I'm pretty sure my co-hosts enjoyed the luxurious cuisines of these three ladies. And
Your co-host definitely did. Without a doubt, your co-host did, sir.
that
And
led us into Slammiversary, the actual main card itself. And we kick things over. Eric Young versus Ricky Soho. And
you mean Sosa?
Sosa. Yeah, so.
Yeah, got it.
Um, gotta say, when you Crash and a future collides, it can go either way. This is what we have here. You had the gatekeeper, known as Eric Young, going against the young upstart. And the young upstart, Sosa, got a dub.
Sosa.
I know that please. I'm not gonna say I know that pleases you in that regard.
Wasn't mad, for sure.
The Ultimate X for the X Division Championship. Fabian Eichner, Mr. Elegant, Amazing Red, Leon Slater, Casey Navarro, freaking Kazari, and the one that is coming in as the champion, Cedric Alexander. I do recall we had 2 picks, right?
Yep.
One for which we both picked the current champ going into the match.
Mm-hmm.
You went with, if I remember correct, I think you went with Amazing Red.
Yep.
And I went with Leon Slater.
Mm-hmm. But our first pick was right. Snitches.
If you never watched the Ultimate X match, you should go look at some YouTube videos. Those
matches honestly should go watch this whole event if you didn't watch it.
That too. But an Ultimate X match is ridiculous in a good way. In a very good way.
That is fair.
And yes, we were right. The champ who walked in, Cedric Alexander, was the one who walked out with the title. But some extra stuff happened in the good sense. After the match, Frankie Kazarian grabbed the mic. It was just freaking Kazarian and Amazing Red in the ring. And Frankie Kazarian went on this good old promo about maybe 5 minutes worth? Cool. Of talking.
About 5 minutes of unnecessary talking, yes.
5 minutes of talking. Me had a video package about Amazing Red to say that Amazing Red is going into the TNA Hall of Fame. Thoughts on Amazing Red being inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame?
It is definitely something that he deserves. It's well deserved. He was one of the innovators, one of the godfathers of this division, and well deserved. And I figured that's what was going to happen because they just brought him back out of nowhere.
And from there, AJ Francis versus Elijah. Are we walking with Elijah? Or are we rapping with AJ Francis?
I mean, everything told us we was walking with Elijah, so.
I don't even remember I was picking this match, but if we did, I'm pretty sure we picked Elijah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. If we didn't, we was wilding. Let's say that. So that means if anybody didn't pick Elijah, it was me, because it means we was wilding if we didn't. If anybody didn't pick him, that means it was me.
So Elijah did take the dub over AJ Francis. Not one of the best matches, but these things happen.
Yes, they do.
Oh, I put it in a nicer way for you.
Yes, you did.
Knockouts tag team titles: the Elegant Brand versus Rosemary and
X Bunny.
I don't know.
I knew who was gonna win this when they first made the match. When I saw the match, I was like, Rosemary and Bunny.
Oh, they are called Demon Bunny.
Rosemary X Money or Demon Bunny, whichever one you want to go with.
Demon Bunny are the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Oh, does that mean the Elegance brand have no titles?
That's exactly what it means, sir. And I know that you are giddy.
Oh,
No Josh because of that.
oh my gosh. Not me. It'll be somebody else who was he was around. We ain't gonna speak no names, but oh, the Elegance brand has no titles. What do they do
Talking
to
about
themselves?
gentleman last name Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah. Most deaf. Most deaf.
Sorry about that, Elegance brand. You have no titles now.
You know we can all tell the facetiousness in your voice, right?
That's the purpose of it.
Okay. I just want to make sure you knew it was there.
This is the purpose of it.
That's all.
Nice to know that Allie has not missed a beat. She's still rocking and rolling. She gets to come in and be a tag team champion. And they finally done something with Rosemary for once.
Yeah. Besides, I'm talking about Decay.
I was getting a little suspicious. I'm like, are y'all gonna do something with her? Because it's not. It's just, Now, then, because since my co-host usually is the one who does the TNA part, I give him this one because the TNA International Championship was on the line, and we had a pleasant surprise.
The return of the Uha Nation. The man formerly held down by WWE under a false name. But we was able to go back to the real name, Uha Nation. And for those of you who don't know, I'll just let Pimac give y'all his slave name.
Like his slave name.
Yeah, what's his slave name?
Apollo Crews.
They treated him like a slave the whole time he was in WWE, so that was his slave name.
Apollo Crews.
Yep.
They turned this into a triple threat match. It's supposed to have been a one-on-one match, but all of a sudden it got turned into a triple threat match, which was crazy.
And the good thing for Uha is he did not win the match. Why make you ask, is that a good thing? That's a good thing because you see these promotions where a dude come in and win the first match and what happens to him after that. So, yeah.
Yes, Mustafa Ali retains the TNA International Championship. Order 4 still has a title within the groups.
The only one they're ever going to get, but...
Damn, I didn't get the question before you said that.
What was your question, sir?
I was going to say, does anybody want to join the party of Order 4?
They can't.
I couldn't get that before you said it. Excellent debut by Nation. Even though he lost.
Uha Nation. Let's go. Slave name is gone. He done broke his shackles. This also means he was under an NXT deal. Because he's on a WWE deal, he would still be within his 9 days. And he wouldn't have been able to show up. NXT's contract is only 60 days. No compete.
Question: what would you rate Mustafa Ali as the heels in TNA right now?
By himself or as part of Order 4? Because those are two different things.
Both then.
In the bottom tier as a leader of Order 4. Mid-tier as by himself. And the reason why he's bottom tier in Order 4 is because your group is garbage, just got to bring you down.
Okay. And you say mid-tier as an individual.
Mm-hmm. He's better off without Order 4.
All right. So we previewed this match, but I don't recall you saying the stipulation of this match.
Which one was that?
Either I missed it or it wasn't in front of you. But no surrender match between Eddie Edwards and Moose.
They made it a no surrender match Thursday, and we already done the show.
Yeah, that's what I say. Either
I was like, oh, now you're making a no surrender match back. Yeah, because they brought out Moose came to the ring with Fandango or Dirty Dongo or whatever his name is now. JDC, yeah.
I was say JDC.
Moose came to the ring with JDC, and then Eddie Edwards came out with his base. It's gonna be a no surrender match, and Alicia's not gonna throw in the towel. Blah 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 blah. That was this whole big thing, and I'm like, bro, really? So of course he threw in the towel.
After they had tried to do some things to Moose's family, but the family of Moose showed that we fight back too.
Yeah, Moose's son ended up giving Eddie Edwards the some people call it the Undertaker, some people call it the Ric Flair. But basically the forearm, it's more like the Ric Flair one though, because it was a forearm to the grapefruits. But not only did he give him the forearm, he did which is the Ric Flair thing. And then Moose's wife, who is clearly not his son's mom, slapped Alicia Edwards. It's clearly not Moose's. It's clearly not his mom. If you didn't see it, just go see it. You'll laugh if you think about what I just said.
And the lovely couple of the system found themselves put through a table by Moose.
And then we still ended up tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Amazing match. Can't be mad at how this went at all.
One time I'm mad.
Knockouts Championship. Li Yang Lee, Xia Brookside. Well then, interesting that Xia Brookside is the new Knockouts champion.
It's a little weird, I'm gonna say. Like it's when you look at a lot of the other title changes, it's not that bad, but it's just the timing is a little weird. You feel me? Yeah. I'm just keeping it real. Weird timing.
So Xia Brookside is now the Knockouts champion.
But congratulations, Xia. You are a champion. And you're far from the worst champion that got crowned. That's for sure.
Funny thing about that, sir. Ladder match for the TNA Tag Team Championship. Was that not in front of you on Monday?
No. It wasn't on the list on Monday. At all.
Because if you put ladders and let's say a certain team in there, most likely that team's going to win.
We both would have picked them to win because you gave them their match.
And one being the WWE is still being the Daredevil, which never fails. Even at his old age. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, the Hardys are again TNA Tag Team Champions. For like the 50 billionth time.
TNA is starting to be like AEW with these last-minute match ads and stipulations. But I ain't going to start. I'm not going to start.
Great match, by the way. Great match. Phenomenal match.
It was a good match. But anytime you put ladders and all that, you normally get a solid match.
It's just, we'd like to know if it's going to be a ladder match. So that changed the whole equation. So now,
We'd like to know if there was going to be a match at all.
But now, like I did with the Elegance brand, the system, you have no titles now. I know you do. You got Central Alexander.
Well, you got one. You got Sid.
Oh, wow. The color guy is the one who has the title.
So we know they ain't going to last too long right now.
Oh, wow. The color guy.
It ain't Paul. If it was
How
Paul.
interesting.
If it was Paul, that'd be true. We got some comments, y'all. So it's a good point, too, to hop in there. So, Playmaker Sister says, hey, y'all. She also says, put me on. Sound like she would like to have some comments. That's up to her brother to make that happen. She also says, laugh out loud. And she also, Sosa, get it right.
Yeah.
Got to get that right, bro. And I just said, she said Leon, but that didn't happen. But that's why you got to have two picks in them Ultimate X matches, because it's like 6-7 people. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights, says, what's up, peoples? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Daniel. Yolanda says, kind of like the KO, the Knockout TV title. I'm trying to figure out how to say this, because it's not that I don't like it, but it reminds me of like a mountain instead of the butterfly, but it reminds me a lot of the Divas title. You know what I'm saying? Purple to the pink. But just the design, the overall design of it. Yolanda says, I never knew his indie name, but I didn't like it. But since you say Cruz is his slave name, then I rock with Uha Nation. Laugh aloud, but it do sound weird to me. Hey, Cruz is his slave name. You know what I'm saying? Yolanda says Moose went to the light side. Laugh out loud. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. B Nizzle in the building. He says over to the pit Roman, and if they knew he was going to do that, then they should have just let Jay win the match. He tapped out anyway. F Brock.
If I could get into that, I would, but I can't.
You can say something if you want to, sir.
No, because that's currently going on right now. So
I'll be like, what they say? One man said, "Orderly, speak on it."
Because that gonna take some time, and we still got the other bits to cover.
Well, the good news is it ain't gonna take that long for WWE, because it won't be like 5 matches.
It was 6.
I said like 5. That's give or take. You know, I like to push the number down. Next time I say 4. Next time it's gonna be 3. I know I get down with WWE, bro.
No, because the fun thing, they usually give you 4. I was like, oh, they actually gave him 6 on this one. That's the number he wanted. 6 matches for Night of Champions. How wonderful.
That's not what I wanted from Night of Champions. Because Night of Champions is supposed to be all the championships. They need to be more than 6 matches for all the championships. But technically you are correct.
They hit the number.
I understand how AEW could fit 30 matches in 3 hours, and WWE can't fit 4 or 5. I just don't get it.
They hit the numbers. The quality didn't work out. The quality
was to fight me.
They don't hit the number. But the quality is all right.
Yeah, they upped the number and gave us trash.
God damn it. Wait until we get there.
You know what, Yolanda? I agree. He did tap.
I mean, somebody else pointed that out on social media, but I'm not going to say any names. And it wasn't him, but
he said it too, though. You talking about Bronson Reed? Big Bronson Reed.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen it. They right. They right. They're right. You know what I'm saying?
The main event of Slammiversary was for the TNA World Championship. Mike Santana defending against Nick Nemeth, who is called his shot. What did they say? If you comes at the champ, you bet not miss. And Nick Nemeth, he did not miss.
He did not. He fired that bad boy straight between his eyes. But you know what? It took a lot to take Santana down, though. Santana literally lost the match. Let me get y'all the end of the match right quick. Right? So Santana goes to do his move. It's like the back elbow, the spinning elbow. He called it spin the block. So he go to do the move, and he's so tired that he just crumbles. And then Nick Nemeth crumbles, but he's able to hold him up, and he gives him a zigzag and pins him. That's how, like, Mike Santana suffered from Jey Uso syndrome. He want to fight every week. He want to be everything. And you know what happens when you do that? Your reign gets cut short, partner. But it was a good match.
How long he had the title?
He had about, 5 or 6 months? Something like that. It wasn't a bad reign, but I'm saying it could have been a longer reign. But I'm not hating on him. You feel me? I'm not hating on him at all.
Can't be mad at it. But Nick Nemeth is the TNA World Champion. Now he gets to show up on. Now he gets to show up on Bossa Open with the title now.
2 times.
I wonder how that's gonna look. His first appearance back on Bossa Open, he's champ. That should be interesting.
I'm sure he's not gonna be upset about it.
Oh no. Oh no, of course not. Of course not. That was Slammiversary. Let's slide over to the nightcap of Sunday, the Great American Bash. And we kicked it off with the NXT Championship. Tony D'Angelo with one eye after what happened to him on Tuesday against Narukua. Cool, you're right. That's all I gotta say. They teased the heck out of me though. I'm like, oh, y'all putting Tony D'Angelo in a fight with this man, and he only got one eye.
You can't fall for it, bro. You can't fall for it. You gotta stay focused on the truth. Can't fall for the fakeness. Too much of that out there.
They get me once in a while. They got me. This won't be the last time them two go at it. They'll be going at it again at some point. Can't be mad at it though. Tony D still champ with one eye, which is crazy.
They need the fireball, and when they did it, I was like, "They don't need the fireball." Because whenever they do stuff like that, bro, you like, you don't need all that because you already know what they're gonna do. If you get a big, whether you watch this, you never watched wrestling before, or you watch, pro wrestling every week. Anytime they put one person at a big disadvantage, or one person get like the last thing in on the last show before the event, they always lose. If you get beat down or left in a pile of blood or burnt in the face or something before your match, you're gonna win. Why they gotta go through all that? I've never known the answer. Now, if you get your knee taken out right before your match, you're gonna lose a la Charlotte Flair. But If it happens like 3, 4, 5 days before, you're gonna win.
Yeah, Tony D still on top. From one title match to another. Women's North American Championship match. Zarya defending against Tatum Paxley in a rematch where Zarya became the NXT Women's North American Champion. Is it possible to say match 2 was better than match 1, even though match 1 was great?
Yes, it's fine to say that.
Okay. That's what I felt like for this match.
Now we go from Playmaker sister to my sister. What up, sis?
What's up? To Tatum Paxley is amazing in the ring. And they finally let Zarya look somewhat of a monster. That's what she should look like. Not completely as a monster, but hopefully this is a build to her being a monster. Hopefully,
because they be playing with her.
But them two? I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that Zarya kicked out of Tatum Paxley finishing move was crazy. The fact that Tatum Paxley kicked out of the Spirit at F5 was crazy. These two ladies put on the show. Zarya is still the Women's North American Champion. And all I gotta do is say, applaud, ladies, applaud. That was great.
That was a good match. And it wasn't even because of any type of cakes or anything. It was just a good match.
Oh, and by the way, this was the first premium live event to be on broadcast television because it was on the CW.
That's a fact, too. That's a fact.
And NXT do what they always do. They don't disappoint. Now, when I say disappoint, I mean the quality. Because this next match here, I could care less about, and I know my co-host, he worse than me, so he can definitely could care less about this match. But we had Charlotte Hill versus Tristan Angel.
Y'all might see me tune out mentally for about 3 minutes.
3 minutes? I'm already tuned out. I'm just going to say Charlotte Hill won and move on. Yeah. Actually, no, you're right. You finna tune out for about 3 minutes. The Women's Speed Championship.
Didn't know who was going to win. I'm talking about.
Women's Speed Championship, Wayne St. Clair defending against Ariana Grace.
This is why I said 3 minutes. Because I could care less about this match. I could care less about the whole division.
The division can care less about. The title you can care less about. But in all honesty, St. Clair and Grace put on a decent match.
No, I went to the bathroom, refilled my drink, so I don't know what happened.
They put on a decent match until.
And I feel like I did the best. I think I won.
Oh no, you definitely. Oh no, you definitely won. You definitely won. I'm not going to argue that you did not win. You won. Okay. It was a decent match until Charlie Dempsey decided to poke his nose in the third match. And Wayne St. Clair retained the title. So he's still the Speed Champion.
I think I picked Ariana Grace, but I truthfully said before I picked, I really don't care. And I meant that. I said that with my chest.
Outside of the title match, the one match that my co-host was looking for, just to see where we was gonna go story-wise. Deion Landis versus Saquon Sugars.
I feel like it really won't but one way to go, but I was curious if they were gonna go that way.
So this match got started, but the other two members of Dark State made their returns.
What a shot.
Oh, this is getting interesting here. Okay. Will this be a 3-on-1 assault during this match? No, because Saquon Sugars did win. The 3-on-1 happened after the match. So now that you saw the match, you saw what happened after the match. Where do you sit at right now?
I feel like it was a good match. I think we saw Saquon Sugars take his game to the next level. And I think Deion Lennox had to be good, right? You couldn't put him up there if he wasn't good, if you're going to put him up there with Saquon Sugars. I like where they're going with Sugars, and they're going to make him into a star. And I think that's the right move.
And he still hates Star State.
Facts.
We talk about the women's North American Championship, not to the men's North American Championship. Miles Bourne defended against his friend / brother, whichever way they call each other for the week. Tavion Heights. Without saying who won, I'm just going to ask this question: how long is it going to be for Tavion Heights snap on somebody?
Not long. And I'm going to tell you this right now. We say this all the time, but except for the actual last 3 minutes of the match, Tavion Heights whooped that trick. But that last 3 minutes of the match, he was the trick that got whooped.
And the reason I can ask that question because Tavion Heights has not beaten Miles Bourne.
But he dominated the match, real talk. He did dominate the match. It wasn't even close. If you just like looking at the match, it wasn't even close. But unfortunately, you got to win the match to win the match. It ain't boxing.
But they did shake hands after the match. You got to love when they do that. You shake hands after the match, and next thing you know, something else happens like down the road, and it's like, wow, it's like, why would you do such a thing? And then the main event. The main event features Kate, sir. The women main event of the Great American Bash on broadcast television. NXT Women's Championship, Lola Vice defending against Kendall Gray.
This match surprised me. It was a really good match. The ending surprised me. But again, I might say this 30 more times before the show over. It was not the head scratcher of the night. It was definitely not the head scratcher of the night. Or the weekend.
The travesty that was done to Lola Vice. How dare them put the title on Kendall Gray? How dare you take Kendall Gray over Lola Vice? The disrespect. Name stop. I'm gonna say this: if Lola Vice loses the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships match within the next 2 weeks, that might be a sign she's coming up to the main roster.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
But I do got to say this: why all of a sudden people are rocking behind Kendall Gray and booing Lola Vice? What's up? What's up, NXT Universe? What's up? What's up with that? How all of a sudden you just turn on Lola Vice all of a sudden? What's going on?
Richard Sister's comment.
I definitely thought that she would retain for a little while longer.
You ain't by yourself in that one. You definitely ain't by yourself in that one. It was a big of a shock, but again, after what happened on Saturday night, I think it was.
Saturday night, yes, Saturday night.
After what happened on Saturday night, bro. All I'm gonna say is right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Hmm.
So that was TNA Slammiversary and NXT Great American Bash. Take a break, and when we come back, Forbidden Door.
What he said.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
All right. We're back in the building. It's time to talk about that Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
I want to say this first before we get into Forbidden Door. I'm disappointed in the lopsidedness. I'm just going to say that. Then we'll get it. All right. So my bad, y'all. Got a little freeze going on real quick. Want to make sure I start at the beginning of the show. Oh, boy. Boy. All right. Forbidden Door 2026. The concept, I feel like, of AEW Forbidden Door was great at first, but over time, it has depreciated, we're going to say, in value. All right, so let's start. So first and foremost, and Cage and Cope. They had a match against the Dogs. The Bang Bang Gang, which is Bullet Club Gold, hit the ramp. But who did the damage was Jay White. The Switchblades returned after a year off of injury to basically screw over David Finlay. And that's how Cage and Cope won their tag team championship match and continue to be our tag team champions. Any thoughts on that one, Playmaker?
Nice to see Jay White return. Should make for a interesting rivalry with former Bullet Club leaders to go head to head.
So now the Bang Bang Gang is finally complete. You got the Yas Boys, Rock Hard Juice Robinson, Ace Austin, and now the leader's back. The Switchblade, Jay Wright. So we'll see what the Bang Bang Gang does now. All right. So we had Shada, Umino Shada, had a match against Pac for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Umino gave Pac a paradigm shift before he hit him with the Northern Lights bomb for the win. Now we're going to get a match between Moxley and Umino Shada in the future. So at least this is one of the matches where they actually allowed a person from the other company to shine through. Not really much to say about that. So we did have a 3-way tag team match. Excuse me, that was your opening match. Didn't put it as an opening match because I wanted to open with something that, had maybe a little bit of interest for people. More so than this match because you may not even know all the names. So the Young Bucks, we all know, face Sky Team, which is Mascara, Dorada, and Mystico, 2 people we've seen from CMLL, who also is part of Forbidden Door. And then the Unbound Company, who is Shingo Takagi and Titan. Took a minute, but once everybody got into it and all the styles meshed, it was a good match. Of course, the Young Bucks won. A lot of posturing, I feel like, for all these. I feel like a lot of people that didn't know was going to win because of that. But this one match, I thought is deserving to stand there. We got Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. We all know Kenny Omega got the deeper title. He's just not the same wrestler all the time. But he pick up a clean victory over
Kenny freaking Omega
Zack Sabre
won.
Jr., who most think is now the world. Yep, Kenny Omega won. What you think about that, sir?
Well, I think I did pick Kenny Omega to win that match.
Honestly, I don't even remember. If you say you did, then you did. I don't know. Man. All right. We had Bandito and John Moxley for the Continental Championship. We know John Moxley won. I think John Moxley going to be Continental Champion for about 3 years.
By referee,
All right, we also had
by referee stoppage too, which is crazy.
Well, they can do that in the Continental Championship matches. They're a little different. So some of these I'm trying to figure out how to just kind of put it like this. Thekla is a menace. I was not sold on Thekla 2-3 months ago. Thekla's a menace. And we need a Menace as a female champion for a while. So I'm getting behind Thekla slowly but surely. After the match, Thekla went on a tirade, ripped Starlight Kid, her opponent's mask off, and then she even attacked Okada. These are people that are affiliated with Stardom. Stardom is the promotion that fired Thekla before she came to AEW, so she's not very happy with them. So we had the Team MJF versus Team Briscoe match. So MJF lost primarily due to the fact that his own teammate, Andrade El Idolo, quit the Don Callis family and had a F Don Callis F MJF t-shirt on under his wrestling apparel. And he unceremoniously quit the Don Callis family and made sure that MJF was going to have a title match against Joe Briscoe. I mean, not Joe Briscoe, but Mark Briscoe.
Andrade, the smartest decision you has ever made since you've been in AEW.
We saw it coming. They kind of fast track them sometime, but I saw it coming. All right, so we're out of order here, but we're saving the best for last. We kind of went from here to better to now we're saving the best matches for last. 2 best matches on the card. Mercedes Moné hit a series of statement makers to win her second Owen Hart Cup in 2 years over Maya World. When they used to train Maya World at a point, so it's kind of a full circle thing. But or what we wanted in the dancing around jiggling CEO, because that role does not fit Mercedes Moné. And that was a double entendre for those who know, you know. Match I really didn't want that to happen, but I know it was. My 2 favorite guys in AEW were fighting. So you had we can still say that. So you had the Death Riderized Will Ospreay against the most dangerous man in AEW. Self-proclaimed most dangerous man. And what I'm going to tell you is we could go on for days. This was a good match. There was a point where Will Ospreay no-sell a house call. He did a Tiger Driver to beat Swerve Strickland. And guess who was there to support him? His buddies, the Death Rider. So we're going to see where this goes. But Ospreay is trying to get to All in London, get his shot, and be a British-born wrestler that wins an AEW championship in England. So I'm not going to knock that. But I don't like when my boy has to take the backseat to anybody. I'm not a fan of that. And Swerve got swerved on. But that's okay. That just gives my boys something else to get mad about. When you make a dangerous man mad, things can go several different ways. We'll see which way they go. Yolanda says, all I'm going to say is I made a comment about this show last week, and it definitely was spot on. Not happy about it either. You did, London. And I said I was hoping you were right. You were right. But you know what? It is what it is. 25 minutes left, sir. Commercial break, or you want to go straight into WWE?
Yeah, you could do a couple of commercials in there.
Let's get it.
Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Ancient Reef was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
All right. It's time. It's time.
The moment y'all been waiting for. The moment of the show when Kuba Kane loses his gasket, he goes crazy. He goes bananas. He goes on so many tirades you can't keep up with it. It's basically our version of what are you mad about?
Tell me why you mad, son.
Courtesy of Night of Champions. Gave you 6 matches. They said, cool, we hear you. You know, you don't like the 4 matches that we do. Okay, you said 6 is the minimum you'll go for, so we gave you 6 matches. We're gonna start off on the ESPN channel because the first hour was real ESPN channel. And we kicked it off with the King of the Ring finals. Obafemi versus Jey Uso. No Brock Lesnar. Obafemi is your King of the Ring.
That was a piss poor move. You shouldn't have your winner do something that looks like he lost. But we had a similar thing with Gunther, and he ended up getting a title shot out of it. So I believe that Jey Uso is going to end up getting a title shot down the road because of that. And that's the whole purpose of throwing it in there. So I'm not going to tirade on this one because I think it was purposefully done. Because I think we are going to see Jey Uso be at the other head of that table sooner rather than later. And if you don't like it, bite me because you like, Now I'm getting ahead of myself.
Obafemi, the ruler, is now the king.
The ruler being the king, I don't have a problem with. But it's the perfect chance for Brock Lesnar to give him that word. Let's say he ain't do it. So I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. But we're going to get into that.
And then your other match on ESPN channel, the Queen of the Ring. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan.
This one happened just as I expected, so I'm not mad about this one at all. Good.
Did it not happen exactly as I said it?
Good for you. And I agree with you. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
And the funny thing is, EO didn't even waste no time. EO didn't waste no time. I see you at SummerSlam. Like, so we're gonna run it back at SummerSlam this time for the women's title. But the funny thing about this, sir, as during the pre-show, sir, Liv Morgan ran into Danhausen. And Danhausen cursed Liv Morgan. So, does this play a role in what's going to happen at SummerSlam?
We'll see. But she is cursed, so unless he lifts that curse, theoretically.
As it stands right now, we are expecting a new women's champion. World champion, shall I say. As it stands right now. Okay. To me, the match of the evening, because Night of Champions by itself, but not match of the weekend. Seth Rollins, Braun breaking the steel cage match. Good Lord have mercy. The violence, the spots, the thrill of this match. Seth Rollins wins, but Cole McCain, this was the match of the night to me.
It was a good match. I feel like because of some of the other stuff, nothing can really be good from this show because it's surrounded by so much negativity and just hog malarkey, we're going to call it. But if we're talking about anything that was good, yeah. Seth and Braun. And you know what's funny about it? It shouldn't have happened. This is the Night of Champions. There was no championship on the line. So this match should not have happened. You know what this match should have been? On Raw last week, and the women's tag team champion match should have been on Night of Champions. I'm just saying.
To me, y'all could have saved this. Y'all could have saved this with SummerSlam.
Y'all could have had this match on free TV on NXT. On the Great American Bash on CW. So you could have had this match.
All right. I said Seth and Braun was the match of the night. I know what match he dislikes the most. I already know. This is not that bad, but it's down there. Trick Williams defending against Ricky Saints.
This match is why Ricky Saints will never be big in WWE. This match is the reason why. Ricky Saints, everything on the mic, got the moves, but it just doesn't click in the ring. It did in AEW. It really did in NXT. It's not on the main roster.
So you're saying we have a Ricky Saints in the ring problem?
I don't know if it's necessarily in ring, but I feel like that was the issue last night or Saturday night. It was so many. I can't get the nights right.
Trick is still your United States champion.
This match just didn't. And Trick's had good matches, so I feel like we can't really put it on Trick. So there's only two people in the match. Just saying.
By the way, the Saudi crowd, you did right for Trick Williams, and you did right for Obafemi. I will give you that.
And on the after show, I supported every boo. Every boo.
But the
feel
one
like-
issue that I have with you guys, Saudi Arabia, Women's United States Championship match, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, the hostility that y'all showed the Storm. I'm just gonna say this: do you have a problem with? No, I'm just gonna come out and say, do you have a problem with black people? Or should I say black women? Because Bianca Belair is loved almost all around the world until she got to Saudi Arabia.
If everything says yes, if all the information leads you to say yes, then the answer is yes. Plain and simple.
That's my only gripe with Saudi Arabia at this moment in time. But the match itself, I would say this. The match itself did what it's supposed to have done. And I'm satisfied with it. You're giving me my match for SummerSlam. And you gave me a reason to have it. Charlotte Flair screwed Jade Cargill out of the Women's United States Championship. So I will be getting the Storm versus the Queen in Minnesota. I'm here for it, Mr. McCain.
I'm cool with it.
And then that brings us to the match of the evening. The WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes defended against Gunther and Sami Zayn. You already know the results because it's been offline over social media. And you heard my co-host started off the show in a certain fashion. So this is the moment where I let him continue where he started.
Paul Levesque, what in the world are you smoking on, snorting, drinking, inhaling, injecting, whatever you were doing? You got Sami Zayn, the real Red Rooster, as the champ. And then all of you clowns out here supporting Sami Zayn and so happy about Sami Zayn winning. Sami's a tier 4 wrestler, bro. Nobody cares when Sami talks, and Sami doesn't dominate in the ring. Y'all are so happy that Sami Zayn is the undisputed champion. But y'all was bad when Jey Uso was the world heavyweight champion. Make it make sense. Jey Uso is a better talent. Jey Uso looks like a professional wrestler. He comes from a family of professional wrestlers. Jey Uso could dog walk Sami Zayn 10 out of 10 times anywhere in the world. But y'all so happy that Sami Zayn is champ. And Paul, TKO, Dwayne, whoever the hell else is rating, there was nobody to say, y'all, this is not a good idea. We should not make Sami Zayn undisputed world heavyweight champion or WWE undisputed champion. But you know what? There was nobody to say anything. Y'all let this happen. This trash, this hogwash, this poppycock. Paul. I can't yell like I normally do. Throw it off today. Why? Why? Did you have a powder thunderstorms you was with? Was you hanging out with Tony Khan, bro? Or did you just dive in a pool full of, like, what is going on with y'all? This whole entire premium live event, to me, was garbage. That was a couple of high points, but all the time I spent watching this, I really felt like, man, I could have been sleeping. I could have been eating. I could have been writing an article. I could be doing so many other things. And I had to spend time to watch this. You botched King of the Ring. Queen of the Ring was solid, but very predictable. You definitely botched the whole entire main event. Then you got Gunther getting up in the general manager's face. And you wanted this. Nobody wanted Sammy to win but Ball and maybe Dwayne. Nobody else wanted Sammy to win. Of course, Sammy is family. I can't even understand. I can't even verbalize the unhappiness and the frustration I have with this. I can give you a bunch of guys that should have won a championship before Sami Zayn. Go back to the very first guy that had I think it was the red belt. That would be Finn Balor. Only had it for 24 hours thanks to Seth Rollins messing up his shoulder. I'd rather have Jimmy Uso win the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship than Sami Zayn. Damian Priest could win again before Sami Zayn. I mean, if you want me to go on, I can get a list of 10 to 15 people off the top of my head. Sure, you could have brought Shinsuke Nakamura from nowhere and had him win over Sami Zayn. If you're going to do this, you might as well have Trey Williams win it. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo Hayes. Like, it's so many guys I could go with that you could have had win the championship before Sami Zayn. Call me a hater. That's fine. Sami Zayn is a D-tier wrestler for me. Personalities between C and D. That's who we have. That's who you want me to care about. That's who you want to carry the non-McCurve QB1. That's who you want to be important to fans. Sami freaking Zayn. Whatever you sniffing, snorting, injecting, diving in pool full of, taking tornadoes of, I hope you're enjoying it, sir. But when you get serious and you come down from that elevated state, do the right thing and fix this. Fix this. You got nothing else to say?
That was a Saudi Arabia gift. That's what that was.
No comment.
I don't got nothing else. We can get out of here.
All right, good people. You cutting a few minutes early today. Playmaker over there watching Raw anyway. So I think we got a couple comments here. Oh, Yolanda says they don't like women, period, in Saudi Arabia. Still not like black women more, but that is a fact, Yolanda. Make sure y'all like, share, sub to your peoples. Back next week, more of a regular show now that we don't have 4 events that we got to do recaps for all in one show. And I'm gonna need y'all to start spacing this thing out and say, all right, we know this is happening, so let's move things around a little bit. But appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, it's not where you start, it's always where you finish. And if you have friends depressed, going through a hard time, reach out to them, uplift them, encourage them. That being said, we out. We'll be back next week. And hopefully, we have some better stuff to talk about. We ain't giving nothing. There's not much we can do with nothing. Nothing for nothing equals nothing.